All right, I'm going to call the whiteboard back up. We only had 2 pages, so it's going to be a quick video. And if, again, I'm not going to cover any new ground here. I'm just actually kind of going back, reviewing through what we just talked about and recording it so I can go ahead and upload a little video here in a bit for the 120E session. So if you want to go ahead and take off, I've already made the assignment, or you can stick around and listen to this, and that would be fine too. So again, our discussion here, looking at 6.3. Defined algebraic expression as variables and constants which are added, subtracted, multiplied, and or divided together. And then we looked at number 2, which was addressing this term called numerical coefficient, which we said was just a constant part multiplied in the algebraic expression. Discussed the distributive property, which looks like this: A times quantity B plus C, where A, B, and C represent some numbers, is the same thing as A times B plus A times C. That is, I could take that factor of A multiplied by each of the 2 numbers inside the quantity and then add those 2 results together. And then we started looking at simplifying an expression, an algebraic expression. And I used the distributive property where I'm distributing -1, even though the 1 is hidden. And you just kind of think of distributive negative. And remembering if I get a negative times a negative, that would be positive. So that's where I had the -5. And then -4. So inside this 4, inside the quantity, the 4 is positive. So it's a negative times a positive. And then negative times a negative is positive. And then I was able to combine -5 minus 4 and get -9. And then now we started our discussion of like terms. And I defined it right here as like terms are terms with the same variable factors which are raised to the same powers. And so we said these 2 terms were not like. And it turns out we can only combine like terms. Made a point here, this thing right here was just saying it's 1 fraction, so it's just 1 term. It's over 1 denominator, so not to get confused, even though there were 2 terms up top in the numerator. We went on and looked at, then working out like terms can be combined, and I simply add the numerical coefficients, and then whatever the variable or variable factors are, I carry them along. But I'm able to add like terms because of the distributive property officially. And I talked about, so I was able to kind of rewrite it using the distributive property, and then inside add the 5 and the 6. And then I mentioned the commutative property, that I'm able to reverse the multiplication order here, commutative property. And then unlike terms can't be combined, again, because of the distributive property. And then we worked this problem out, where I distributed, so simplified this, I distributed to the -7/3 through the quantity. So I got -7/3 y. Negative times negative was positive. And then I had minus tagging along -1/9 y. And I was able to combine these 2 by combining numerical coefficients because they were like terms, each with that 1 factor of y, each raised to the 1 first power. The -7/3 minus 1/9 was, when you do the arithmetic, -22/9. And then at the end here, these aren't like terms, so you're done. And then basically the rest of the problems in the section are just like that, simplifying expressions. And so that is it. And